ready to debate. Sushmita Dev, she is. Dr. Manoj Jha, Sudhindra Bhadoria on the one side. Naresh Gujral of the Akali Dal, RSS's Rakesh Sinha and M R Venkatesh on the other side. Are we ready to debate? Sushmita Dev, one-point agenda in Parliament. Today, you stall the passage of the GST Bill, a bill that you are in favour of, for your own partisan purposes. I can quote para, chapter and verse about what your approach has been. I don't even want to repeat the cliche that you put politics over reform, but please explain to the nation tonight why you stalled the passage of a bill that your Finance Minister P. Chidambaram had accused the BJP of stalling during the NDA's tenure, during the UPA's tenure. Sushmita Dev, and I request you tonight, be focused in your replies, as focused as you should be. Yes, please. And it's an open debate, by the way, after this. Yeah.
I'm very focused on my debate. You need not worry on that account. First of all, the GST bill as introduced by Mr. Jaitley is an amended GST bill. It is not the bill that we introduced. It has come through with amendments. And secondly, I think it's a Kodak moment for Arun Jaitley ji, revered minister who belongs to the Bharatiya Janata Party, who has opposed reform for the last tenure of UPA 2, today to say that we are anti-reform and we are anti-development. First of all, if you wanted GST to be passed, you should have chosen reform and national interest over your tainted ministers. When UPA 2 was faced with log jams, the first thing we did is we chose national interest over our ministers. We asked our ministers to go so that Parliament could function. But today in the Lok Sabha, when Kharge ji asked for a debate on the basis of an adjournment motion, Venkaiah Naidu ji backed out. And in a totally biased manner, the Lok Sabha decided to have a debate on something
Two hands are up.
in a funny way called the IPL League debate.
Two hands go up, Sushmita Dev. Sushmita Dev, two hands go up. Rakesh Sinha's hand goes up. M R Venkatesh's hand goes up. And in stoic silence, Naresh Gujral, making an appearance after a long time on the Newshour tonight, is simply listening to you. I am stunned, Sushmita Dev, by your argument. Your argument can be encapsulated in the following words. The Congress party is now driven by a primeval instinct called revenge. That is the be-all and end-all of your parliamentary strategy. Who goes first? M R Venkatesh. That's what you said. That's what you said. The primeval political instinct of revenge. Now, please, M R Venkatesh. No, I have a right to my point of view. M R Venkatesh. M R Venkatesh. Rakesh Sinha after that. M R Venkatesh. M R Venkatesh.
Arnab, let me come.
Let's open the. No, who wants? Okay, 1 second. Rakesh Sinha goes first. What's MR? Rakesh Sinha goes first. We keep it balanced. Sushmita Dev, I state a fact.
Dev said that this government came with amendments. What are the objections to the amendments? This is the only bill which is giving the federal government an opportunity that all the states have like equitable shares in the profit. And you are sabotaging. This is the final death nail to the economic development. And I think this is the tyranny of the Sonia Gandhi. The first time I am realizing that Sonia Gandhi is acting as the higher of the Mussolini of Italy. The minority is stalling the parliament. In Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, they are behaving like that. You remember the Nazi rule in the Germany. When Nazi were in minority, they stalled the parliament. They were majority, they stalled the entire nation and the entire civilization. What you are doing? On GST bill.
Manoj Jha is presenting the other side. Manoj Jha, after that M R Venkatesh, the reference to the 1 second, the Nazi reference, a strong reference.
Congress was the original author.
Fine.
Then what are the objections of the BJP?
I think you overstated your case a bit by the reference to, I don't know where the Nazi angle came in out here, but you perhaps overstated your case. But remember, in the course of a Newshour debate, if you use a very bad example to make a good point, your point won't go very far. But we see a hand go up.
The RSS founder has himself praised Mussolini in his writings. Mr. Hedgewar, the RSS founder, has himself praised
When and where? Can you quote?
Arnab.
Don't show your ignorance about the RSS. If you don't know RSS, don't open your mouth and don't show your ignorance.
Arnab,
don't show your ignorance. Can you quote RSS?
There are so many
RSS leader praising
RSS
Hitler?
has been praising.
Can you quote?
has
kindly apologize and take back your words.
I can
kindly
bring you
take
the
back of
writings
your
on
words.
your debate.
You are
If
now
you want,
follower
I
of
will
Sonia
bring you the
Gandhi.
writings
Sonia
on
Gandhi
your
is the
debate.
chairman of the Samajwadi Party. Sonia
I am
Gandhi is the
not
chairman of
for,
BSP.
you see, as far as
there
Sonia
is a
Gandhi
Maha
is
Congress
concerned,
in this
she should
country,
be
and these parties are the federal units of the Congress. I am sorry, you started with the social justice and
Okay, gentlemen, I come in between.
You are acting as the Congress
I come in between, and I have a simple point to make to both of you. The discussion tonight. Calm down. The discussion tonight. What is the discussion about tonight? What Rakesh Sinha? What is the discussion about tonight? We are not discussing the history of Europe between 1930 and 1940. The discussion is not on Benito Mussolini. We'll have that another time, and you can have a go at each other then. We are tonight discussing the GST. And I'd like to remind the Congress Party and all those who support them. I'd like to remind the Congress Party and all those who support them, including Manoj Jha.
Parliamentary democracy is declining.
So
who is responsible? This is the Congress.
All right. Manoj Jha. Chidambaram said, I am trying to forge a consensus on GST. The empowered committee has authorized us to draft the Constitution Amendment Bill and normal bill for GST. It was Chidambaram who said in March 2013, I appealed to the state finance ministers to realize the serious intent of the government to introduce GST to do transformational change in the tax structure of the country to help the people of this country. Now, Manoj Jha, my question is, forget what the Congress Party's politics is. Why should the people of India wait for that transformational change? Forget your parliamentary party politics. Why should the people of India be made to wait
Arnab,
and be made to suffer on account of the politics that is happening in Parliament? Manoj Jha, please be factual tonight. Manoj Jha, and then M R Venkatesh can come in. And Naresh Gujral, please.
Arnab, very factually.
Yeah.
Very factually, I'll tell you, I have been a very strong proponent of the fact that Parliament cannot remain insulated from the resentment and in the streets. However, I have serious problems with this GST which the present government has brought. The GST rate is as high, if I'm correct, 25 to 27%. That will have a deterrence effect. You should have settled for 18 to 20%. Number two, if 2% GDP is what is promised for GST, I think BJP should apologize. Why it did not allow it to be passed in 2012? And number three,
are we talking about revenge?
Mechanism.
Is revenge the issue? Then let's debate revenge.
With GST.
No, Manoj Jha,
no,
if the issue is revenge, if the issue is revenge, make it clear.
I'm talking about a fair GST. I'm talking about a fair GST. I don't want GST to come in a still manner. I mean, this is what this government has done. As a cover for their lack of doing anything, for acts of impropriety and nepotism. GST for them is a cover for their utter failure in addressing Parliament with humility. Their arrogance has just ruined Parliament.
I am not understanding your argument at all. No, M R Venkatesh, I don't understand your argument at all. The Congress Party had accused Narendra Modi for stalling GST. Jairam Ramesh said, he in fact said Narendra Modi is the person who started stopping GST. Rahul Gandhi accused the BJP of stalling the food bill. Sonia Gandhi accused the BJP of stalling important legislation. Sachin Pilot said parliamentary functioning is being compromised. Manmohan Singh, when asked about the implementation of GST when he was Prime Minister, said this is the biggest hurdle before the economic reforms of this country. So I don't understand. This tweedledum argument defeats any purpose. You are not being able. I want anyone tonight, including the Congress representative, to tell me why tonight, right? On this Tuesday of 2015, I should forget what you said 2 years back. Can anyone tell me? Unless you are driven by a primeval political instinct of revenge. M R Venkatesh, the issue therefore is this about political revenge? M R Venkatesh.
Absolutely, Arnab. I don't see any logic. If the GST bill is flawed, the best place to debate this bill is going to be the Parliament. It is going to be the Lok Sabha. As Mr. Jha says, the rate is going to be 20%, 22%, 27%, as even some of the media people are reporting. Let us debate it, for heaven's sake, in the Parliament. Please rip the government out and say that 27% is not the rate on which this GST can be passed. It has to be passed at 18%. I'm fully for a GST bill at 18%. But is your state government ready for 18%? Surely Tamil Nadu government is not ready for 18%. These are matters not only in the hands hands of the central government. These are going to be in the hands of the state government also. So don't blame, for heaven's sake, these type of blame that comes from a senior person like Mr. Jha. I am really appalled that he says that 26% or 22% is something as if Narendra Modi is fixing it. Narendra Modi has no control over GST rates. It is being done across the state governments and the central governments put together, which is being discussed. And this rate is not yet finalized today. Today we are paving the way for the bill, the GST enactment. We do not know what contours it will take. What is the rate? We do not know. Today the legislation that is being thought about is basically an enabling legislation that will ensure that the GST is constitutionally valid when and as it is being brought out. And if you don't do it now, I don't see that it can even be brought in February. That means we are skipping the 2016 deadline and possibly we are looking at 2017. Now here is so much of preparation that has happened, so much of ground that has been broken, so much of land distance that has been covered, so much of state governments that have been brought on the same book, if not the same page. Why is it that the people are opposing it merely because of opposing? And to my friend from the Congress, the question
Sushmita Dev is her name.
The floor was open. The floor was open in Rajya Sabha to discuss. You did not discuss this Sushma Swaraj issue. Were you afraid that Rahul Gandhi would not be in a position to discuss? Were you in a position that if somebody else would hog the limelight? Were you chary of the fact that Lalit Gate will expose you upside down? Were you upset that this whole thing, that if it is debated to a logical conclusion, several other skeletons in your cupboard will tumble down? What is your problem, madam, in discussing it in the floor of the House? Why are you also not going to the courts if you are so cocksure about that Sushma Swaraj is in the wrong? Why are you not going to the court? Why is that your leaders are silent and they are only making ruckus in the parliament and rushing to the studios and making a spectacle of themselves? Why is that they are not going to the courts? Please answer all these questions.
If anybody has made a spectacle of themselves, it is in the statement of Sushma Swaraj ji. She goes on record to say there is no email, there is no letter, there is nothing. And in the same breath she says that yes, I asked the UK government to give a travel document because our relations won't go bad. I mean, for God's sake, this is a government that came to power on the issue of corruption. Today, Arun Jaitley ji introduced the GST for only one reason, because he was losing the battle of perception. Arnab, let me finish. Jaitley ji was losing the battle of perception. He has lost the battle of public perception. He brought the GST to rescue his Prime Minister. His Prime Minister, who is silent today, his Prime Minister, who has disappeared today. His Prime Minister who has disappeared today.
Okay, Sushmita Dev, 1 second. Can I come in? I have a question for Sushmita Dev. I have a question for Sushmita Dev. 1 second. M R Venkatesh, bring some order into this, please. 1 second. Sushmita Dev. 1 second. Mr. Sinha, calm down. We are on a factual point now.
And you know, GST bill is
okay, Mr. Sinha. Now, Mr. Sinha, I will pretend to hold up a placard now, saying, please let me come into the debate. Placards are the only way things work now.
So you agree that's a good way?
Well, it's your way. It's your way or the highway, Sushmita. That's what you've made it clear. Anyway, my question...
Modi ji who's showing us the highway.
Miss Dev. Okay, Miss Dev. I have a factual question for the Congress representative on the Newshour tonight, Ms. Sushmita Dev. Sushmita Dev, I have only one question for you. If you can prove yourself right in one question, in this question, you will have won the debate at 22 minutes past 9. I'm telling you, Sushmita Dev, if you manage to answer this question convincingly, not for me, but for the viewers of Newshour tonight, we would have adjudicated that you have won the debate. So I will ask you just 2-3 questions in the course of this one question. Sushmita Dev, are you genuinely saying that you genuinely have an issue with Sushma Swaraj, and you genuinely believe that because the government has not forced the resignation of Sushma Swaraj as you demanded, that is the reason why this GST bill could not be debated today? That the real issue, as you yourself said earlier in the debate, is the issue of Sushma Swaraj. Are you genuine about what you just said?
I thought it's going to be a very difficult question, but it's an easy one to answer. It's not Sushma Swaraj. It's the double standards of this Prime Minister. The Prime Minister of India made corruption an issue.
Right.
The Prime Minister of India said zero tolerance. And today, he has allowed his minister to break all rules.
What is the charge of
No, let her complete. Emma, there's a line of questioning.
And GST is a ploy of Mr. Jaitley to divert the attention of the nation.
Okay.
To divert the attention of the nation.
Okay, then.
So that the Sushma Swaraj is saved.
No, one sec.
Today he's trying to change the narrative.
One second. Now, miss. Now, 1 second. 1 second. Just a minute. Rakesh Sinha, let me complete my line of questioning. Let me complete my line of questioning. I haven't completed yet. I must be given an opportunity to complete. I now need to complete. Rakesh Sinha, I have a second. Rakesh Sinha.
Take 1.5 years to be implemented.
Mr. Sinha.
If it is not implemented this year, if it is not approved by the Parliament in 2015...
Mr. Sinha, can I please request you? I have a line of questioning for Sushmita Dev, please. Sushmita Dev, keep the focus on my first question. And thank you for the compliment that I asked you easy questions. I think you mistook this channel for one of those channels where you are given underhand deliveries. We don't practice that perfected art which you may experience on some other news channels. I won't name them. The question is this, Sushmita Dev. You said, of course, Sushmita Dev, Congress representative 2 minutes back said that Arun Jaitley wants to divert attention from the larger issues of corruption and propriety surrounding the Sushma Swaraj issue, which is why he is bringing the GST bill now. In that case, I have only one follow-up question. Can you tell me whether it is true or not? When there was no Sushma Swaraj issue, when there was no Vasundhara Raje issue, when, for your kind information, Times Now had not broken a story called Lalit Gate, your party had walked out when the GST bill was passed in the Lok Sabha during the budget session. So you must now explain to me and explain convincingly tonight, where was Lalit Gate when you walked out of the Lok Sabha, when GST bill was passed by the Lok Sabha during the budget session, when Mallikarjun Kharge and Sonia Gandhi led the party MPs' boycott of the House? You must now therefore prove to me tonight that you had inside information of Lalit Gate during the budget session of Parliament. Please prove to me tonight, Sushmita Dev, you walked into your own trap and now you'll find it difficult to move out. Explain to me tonight, why did you, if this whole issue is about Sushma Swaraj propriety and corruption, why did you walk out of the Lok Sabha? Mallikarjun Kharge, Sonia Gandhi and presumably you as well, when the GST bill was passed in the Lok Sabha during the budget session. In fact, following a protest in the Lok Sabha, you sought for the GST bill to be deferred to a select committee because you wanted to discuss certain changes. There was no Lalit Gate, then was there? Do you have inside information? Answer me, Sushmita Dev.
Mr. Goswami,
answer the viewers convincingly now, Ms. Dev. We are waiting.
Only if you keep quiet will I answer.
We are waiting.
Give me a chance to answer.
You don't have to take time to think of your answer.
You repeat your question twice. So let me at least answer once.
I'll repeat it 10 times to allow you to answer.
I said with great conviction that not only me but my leaders worked out on GST. Because Arnab, don't mislead the...
Where was Lalit Gate then?
That has been
but
moved.
You just said it was about Lalit Gate.
You
just said it was about Lalit Gate.
Have the courage to hear
M R Venkatesh.
Have the courage to hear my answer.
There was no Sushma Swaraj.
Where was Lalit Gate Where was Lalit Gate during the budget session of Parliament? Where was Lalit Gate during the budget session of Parliament?
You asked me a question.
Where was Lalit Gate during the budget session of Parliament? Where was Lalit Gate?
Let me answer.
No, one second. No, 1 second. We give a second opportunity. Naresh Gujral. Ma'am, Naresh Gujral.
Can rule outside this family.
Rakesh Sinha, as far...
Arnab, you are shying away from the answer. Arnab, you are shying away
Sushmita,
from
you are
my
trapped.
answer.
You are trapped. You know you are trapped on this.
You keep quiet and you'll see you're trapped. Let me answer.
Sushmita, you are trapped on this, Sushmita. Lalit Gate broke on the 12th of June.
Why are you scared of my answer?
I'm waiting for it. But where was Lalit Gate in March?
Keep quiet. You keep quiet. There was no Lalit Modi. But we did walk out of that parliament. We walked out with our leaders. And I say it with conviction that the GST
by which now I get Naresh Gujral into the debate. One second.
That is not the same bill of the UPA.
Sushmita Dev,
Sushmita Dev,
so many
settlements have been given to the GST Council, which is going to be a party to the dispute. Today we are saying fix the percentage. You have not done it. Today you've added a 1% additional tax, which is going to lead to market distortion. And those are the issues we worked out it, and AIA-DMK is opposing it.
Madam, you do
Why
not
don't
know
you
the
have a
issue of
representative
GST.
of AIA-DMK
Please understand,
here today?
1% is a demand by several states which are manufacturing. Please understand, it is not that the central government wants to do this fixing of rates. It is being done in consultation with the states, and states want this 1%. And this is not only your state or my state. Every state wants this 1% because they fear that there will be loss in revenue. And so they want it in...
Why is AIA-DMK opposing it? Why is Jayalalitha opposing it?
No, wait. It's a technical subject, ma'am. It is beyond you to
Why
understand.
Why is Jayalalitha opposing it?
That CST is being phased out. CST is being phased out, and GST, when it is being brought in, there is a fear, and a genuine fear that the revenue of state governments could be lost. So they fear, they want as a compensation 1% as extra tax for CST rollout also. So please understand, this is the demand of the state government, and this is being debated. Please understand, this is being debated, and this will be debated only when the GST is actually being brought in. Today we are not. Today, please understand, you are so ignorant that there is no GST bill that is being brought in. Today we are talking about a constitutional amendment bill that will enable the GST being brought in. Please understand.
You are biased.
I am biased towards knowledge, and you are biased towards ignorance. That is the problem, madam. This is the problem that you are coming and exhibiting on prime time, that you are biased towards ignorance. You do not know what is being debated in the parliament, and Congress party thinks that you are going to be the spokesperson of what constitutes a larger view. Please understand, today GST is not being debated. Please understand, the debate is not, don't make a spectacle of yourself, madam. Please understand, today the constitution
Naresh Gujral. Naresh Gujral. All right, one second. Okay, so Sushmita Dev, Miss Dev, one second. All right, now Sudhindra Bhadoria, I need to go to Naresh Gujral. Please, he hasn't spoken. I had only asked
Arnab, you conduct the show. Don't let others conduct the show.
Miss Dev, please just calm down. Miss Sushmita Dev, thank you for your advice. Now, you could not answer the question. That's not my problem. My question is this. The accusation is this, that GST is a distraction from Lalit Gate. Naresh Gujral. As far as I know, there was majority approval in the select committee for the GST bill with several recommendations, including the one by the TMC over a 5-year compensation for states, which was accepted. Today, they are opposing the passage of the bill, and they are saying the reason is not GST, the reason is Lalit Gate. I just asked a question about whether Lalit Gate existed during the budget session of Parliament. Sushmita got confused. What really is going on here, Naresh Gujral? Sorry to bring you late into the debate. Naresh Gujral, what's the politics here?
Arnab, first of all, let's give the credit where it's due. It is a fact that GST was a brainchild of the Manmohan Singh government. Unfortunately, they could not carry it through because Mr. Chidambaram lacked the tact, the humility, the flexibility of an Arun Jaitley. Having said that, I would also add that this is as much of a game changer for India as the 91 amendment when license quota Raj was finished. But the main reason why Congress is blocking it today with one amendment after another, which they know is totally meaningless, is because they don't want the Modi government to get credit. It's a dog in the manger policy that since we could not get it through, why should Mr. Modi get the credit and see it through? Because this is clearly going to be a game changer for the economy. This will mean India entering the league of double-digit growth. This will mean Indians finding jobs. This will mean youth being delivered what it was promised by Mr. Modi in the run-up to the election. And obviously, this is something that Congress cannot digest. So they will find any excuse to block this game-changing act. Whether it is today they say Lalit Gate, tomorrow they'll come out with amendments, but they have made it clear to the whole nation that they don't give a damn about the country. They will hold the country to ransom and they will not let it through.
Well, Sushmita Dev, I give you a second opportunity once again. Where was... No, one second. Sushmita Dev, is this about Lalit Gate? Please answer. Is this truly about Lalit Gate and corruption and propriety as you claimed? I'm asking you for a second time, and if it is, please convince me.
I don't have to convince you. The fact is...
Then convince the viewers, Sushmita.
This government, I want to convince the nation, not just your viewers, and the entire nation is not watching you, Arnab. But the question is...
Well, whoever is watching us, convince them.
This government went to the nation, this Prime Minister went to the nation saying corruption is going to be a big issue. Today they have no answers on it. Sushma Swaraj ji has basically, admitted her guilt. They don't know what to do. They bring GST to the parliament to tell the nation, look, we are for development. Mr. Modi, please tweet and tell us, are you with or not with Ms. Sushma Swaraj? Why don't you tweet that, Narendra Modi ji?
No, but after a consultative procedure... Sorry, Sushmita, take away the rhetoric.
I want to ask Mr. Gujral one thing. I would like to
Just a minute. M R Venkatesh and Sushmita Dev.
In December
M R Venkatesh and Sushmita.
The Association survey said that the confidence in this government is 79%.
The Prime Minister to reply through a tweet. I can understand you demanding the Prime Minister to come to the floor of the House and make a statement.
GST.
I don't understand what you say that make a tweet. Please, for heaven's sake, get your homework done, ma'am.
Because he's better at that.
Don't ridicule Parliament to this extent.
Prime Minister is missing in action.
What do you mean?
Prime Minister is missing in action.
What do you mean? Prime Minister is there in the Parliament. Prime Minister is there very much. No, see, when Sushma Swaraj made a statement, where were you? You were missing from the Parliament.
You are
when Sushma Swaraj was there in the... You bailed out Sushma ji. You bailed out Sushma ji because for a tactical reason that you had skeletons in your
Sushmita.
You did not want Lalit Gate to be discussed.
Sushmita Dev. No, one second. Sushmita Dev, 1 second. Now, please, no personal comments on either side. I want to bring the focus back to the subject.
I didn't make a personal comment.
No, Sushmita Dev, that applied to everyone. I was making that as a general point, not to you. Now, my question to you is, I'm asking you once again. You need to tell us tonight, you said that what the government is doing is a distraction from Lalit Gate. Is it true or not, Sushmita Dev, that after a consultative procedure that involved the feedback from states, the select committee submitted its report to the Rajya Sabha with dissent notes from the Congress, ADMK and the left? So how can you say that the introduction of GST today is a distraction from Lalit Gate? Please, let us be pretty factual tonight. This is exactly what happened on the 22nd of January 2015. And let us not forget, Sushmita Dev, that there was majority approval in the select committee for the GST bill. Let us not forget that when Anand Sharma objected to the introduction of the GST bill in the Rajya Sabha, he referred to the BJP not following procedure. I just want to ask you, because you claim that the Business Advisory Committee did not allot time for the bill, what then about the fact, Sushmita Dev, and please be factual, that as per Arun Jaitley himself, 4 hours have been granted for discussion on the GST bill by the Business Advisory Committee during the budget session?
Sorry?
4 hours were granted for discussion on the GST bill by the Business Advisory Committee during the budget session. True or false?
Listen, the budget session is gone by. Talk about the monsoon session.
No.
Why are you talking about the budget session?
Miss Dev, this is parliamentary procedure that I am speaking about. I am saying you stage a walkout.
We are not in the budget session, Arnab. What are you saying?
Miss Dev, are you not understanding? Miss Dev, what I am saying is behind closed doors you do one thing. And on the floor of parliament you do another. Yes, Manoj Jha.
Why are you talking about the budget session when we are heading towards we are in the monsoon session?
Because during the budget session, this bill came up for consideration, Ms. Dev.
Because I have to remind you, you forget your history, madam.
When the bill came up in Lok Sabha, when the bill came up in Lok
Arnab.
Sabha, we worked out on the issue that this bill is not the same bill as what the UPA 2 passed or proposed. Therefore,
Exactly.
send it to the standing committee.
Exactly.
They did not send it, we walked out. That's when it went to the Rajya Sabha and then it went to the select committee. 3 days back or 2 days back, the government has introduced this bill, knowing very well that there is a log jam. So, Mr. Jaitley wants to tell the nation that, look, Congress is anti-development, Sonia Ji is anti-development, and Narendra Modi
Miss Dev, I will make one more attempt.
Talent on corruption doesn't matter to him.
It is.
Doesn't matter to him.
Miss Dev, no, 1 second. Miss Dev, 1 second. 1 second to Miss Dev. To MR Venkatesh. MR Venkatesh and Miss Dev, I have 2 points to make to you. 1 second. The first point.
Then the GST bill.
Sushmita, 1 second. Sushmita Dev, 1 minute. First of all, MR Venkatesh.
MR Venkatesh. Why can't you do what the UPA did?
Miss Dev.
Finish the log jam, ask your minister to step down, order an inquiry. She can come back if she's proven innocent
now,
and pass the GST bill.
Miss Dev.
You are choosing your tainted minister over national interest.
Miss Dev, I have 2 points to make if you allow me. First of all, to MR Venkatesh.
Sure.
I appreciate the aggression you bring into the debate. Let's not bring any personal arguments about whether who's up to the mark, etc. or not. No, 1 second. So let's keep that aside. That's in the course of a civil debate. Don't take it badly. My point to Sushmita Dev is, and Ms. Dev, please understand this. Please understand. We are asking you today, the Deputy Chairman of the Rajya Sabha, after hearing Anand Sharma's claims about the Business Advisory Committee not taking a decision, said, quote, when I come to that bill, I will react to it. He did not object to the introduction of the bill at that time that you raised the matter. Once Arun Jaitley introduced the bill, Congress members rushed to the well of the House and the House had to be adjourned. This is exactly what has happened. Now, Ms. Dev, you tell me, if you're going to do drama in Parliament, and tell the people of this country that it is essentially about political drama driven by a primeval instinct of revenge.
Why didn't you debate? Why didn't you debate on Sushma Swaraj's statement that was full of theatrics and drama? Today you want to discuss what
Ms. Dev, please answer my question. For God's sake, I have asked you so many questions on the same point.
Please, Arnab, answer one question. Did Mr. Jaitley realize before he introduced the GST bill that there is a log jam in Parliament? And the log jam is because
Ms. Dev, are you doing drama in Parliament?
They are anti-development, they are anti-democracy, they are anti-dialogue.
Come in on this log jam issue.
1 second. Yes, Sudhindra Bhadoria coming back to the debate. Sudhindra Bhadoria, Manoj Jha, please. 5 minutes on the debate. Sudhindra Bhadoria. Yes, please.
You see, the log jam is there. We are not the ones who have created this log jam. And log jam is nothing new. Let me also remind you that log jam was there when Somnath Chatterjee was the speaker. Log jam was there when Shankar Dayal Sharma, Honorable Vice President at that time, and he was in tears. And let me also remind that the new allies of the BJP, the new allies of the BJP, the Samajwadi Party. 1 moment, please let me speak. Let me speak on the goods and sales tax. Please let me speak on the goods and sales tax.
You are just telling us history of the parliamentary logjam. We are not interested in the history of the parliamentary logjam. Do you want that parliament to function like that? Nation doesn't want that parliament to function like that.
Constitutional amendment and debate.
It is a democratic, Mr. Bhadoria, it is a democratic deficit on the part of the nation. You are responsible. You are responsible. You have become the part of the Congress.
Debate.
You should act as independent opposition party. You should take independent decision. Why don't you take independent decision? Why do you go to Sonia Gandhi rather than Mayawati? Now Sonia Gandhi is the chairman.
No, who are you to decide about our strategy?
You don't follow your own dictation. On GST bill, what is the stand of
nobody to decide about our strategy?
You tell the nation what is your stand on GST.
You are not going to
is beneficial if the GST bill comes to Uttar Pradesh, Bihar,
Mayawati ji, our leader will decide on the floor of the House, Mr. Venkatesh. You are not going to decide. You are not going to decide about our strategy over there.
Kindly tell the nation what is your stand on GST bill, not on the floor. No, you are not discussing on the floor of the House.
Our strategy will be made clear by our leader. Our strategy is very clear. We are equal distance from both the BJP and Congress.
Gentlemen,
we know when BJP is
gentlemen, one sec. Mr. Bhadoria and Mr. Bhadoria.
Congress is creating a
Mr. Bhadoria and Mr. Bhadoria and Mr. Rakesh Sinha. Mr. Bhadoria and Mr. Rakesh Sinha. Mr. Bhadoria and Mr. Sinha. I hate to break up this extremely intense and friendly conversation, but I want to go in the last part of this debate into a very critical point. This is what the Speaker said today, and I put this broader point before all the viewers of Newshour tonight. The Speaker says, and look at what she says. She says, show them on TV. I am requesting Lok Sabha TV. This is not the way. I won't adjourn the House. Let people see what kind of behavior they are showing. Let whole of India watch. 40 people are hijacking the rights of 440 members. This is the murder of democracy. 440 members want to talk. 40 members are not letting them. Let people show how irresponsible they are. Let this all be shown on national TV. Let people watch them. My question tonight at a broader level is this. Sushmita Dev, Manoj Jha, and Sudhindra Bhadoria. While, the Speaker has referred to what happened at disruptions of a murder of democracy, while the rights of all members of Parliament, irrespective of which party they belong to, are to be respected, how can 44 MPs hold up the functioning of Parliament indefinitely? And if this is going to happen for 5 years, are you prepared for the consequences? Sushmita Dev. First Sushmita Dev, then it's an open debate again.
Can I come in?
Okay, Manoj Jha starts, so Manoj Jha goes first. Manoj Jha then first.
No, Arnab, I just wish to say, no matter whosoever enjoys the brute majority in the Parliament, if Parliament is insulated from the anger, the frustration on the streets, that Parliament does not have any right to exist. If there are genuine concerns, Parliament must
does not have a right
Parliament
to exist.
Is, after all, you choose once, but Parliament has to be sensitive to the people of this country, to their issues. The Prime Minister has the audacity to give
the opposition also must be sensitive to the needs of the people.
In Bihar,
you cannot have a parliament.
How do I expect my Prime Minister? How do I expect my Prime Minister to be sensitive to parliamentary proceedings?
You are sent to the parliament.
And I must tell you, Arnab.
This is the fundamental
I must tell you, Arnab. In the name of open debate, you cannot have closed debate.
No, I don't understand.
You cannot have closed debate.
Qualify your comment.
All about
dangerous parliament and there is no debate.
A slightly worrisome comment made by you, Mr. Manoj Jha. I am absolutely.
It is not closing down parliament.
I am absolutely
it is opening the parliament
Mr. Jha,
to people's concerns.
Mr. Jha, knowing your academic and democratic background. One second.
We are with you.
MR, let me give him a chance to clarify. Knowing your academic, right? Your socialistic and your democratic background, I feel you just made a mistake. I'm sure you did not mean it when you said that if the views of 30-40 MPs is not agreed to, then Parliament does not deserve to exist. Then every clutch of 30-40 MPs cannot hold this country, Mr. Jha, to ransom. Would you
want me to clarify? Would you want me to clarify?
Please do. I hope you do.
Do you want me to clarify?
I hope you do.
Please give me the chance to clarify.
Please do.
I said if people's concerns are not reflected by the Parliament, are not addressed by the Parliament, and I'm not saying this, Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia said this. He said, Zinda qaume 5 saal intezar nahi karti. I'm quoting Lohia. Nobody else.
So what do you want to subvert the democratic process? Please explain to me. Sir, you are basically saying what are you saying, sir?
I don't want. I want democracy. I want democracy to depend.
Rakesh Sinha is responding to this. We have a few minutes left on the debate, sir. I think we are going into slightly dangerous ground.
Rakesh Sinha. Go to the people. Why are you disturbing Parliament?
What do you mean?
If he is quoting Ram Manohar Lohia, he should go to the people rather than disturbing the Parliament. You resign from Lok Sabha. If you feel that Lok Sabha has lost its relevance,
we are going to the people, Mr.
Demand
Venkatesh.
for a fresh election.
Mr. Venkatesh, we are going to the people.
Why are you spending the public exchequer? If you are lost, you are taking money from Parliament, you are not working. Not a single day Parliament has worked. This is really shameful. And on the GST bill, there is no communism, there is no RSS, there is no BJP. Still you are disturbing the parliament. And my question to RJD,
Mr. Sinha, the parliament is there to articulate the aspirations of the people.
What are the aspirations? Kindly tell me the aspiration of the people on GST Bill.
It does not function in isolation.
I am asking the aspiration of the people. You are speaking on the news channel. Why don't you same thing stick on the floor of the parliament? The Congress spokesperson, RJD spokesperson, BSP spokesperson
will do it when the opportunity comes.
Same logic people want on the floor of the House. What is the problem with you?
But is there a problem?
We will certainly do it when
BSP has no stand on GST.
At the same time, Naresh Gujral, I must say this, I am afraid that the reason for this, unstoppable impasse that is happening in Parliament also appears to be rigidity, a little bit of rigidity on the government side. If Parliament is to function, absolute confrontation is not an answer. I am afraid both sides have painted themselves into their own corners now. The government on the one side and Mr. Rahul Gandhi on the other. Sushmita Dev, you must concede here. Parliament has no right to exist if you don't agree with the minority is a very dangerous view, because that Tarun Gogoi would not like it in Assam and Veerbhadra Singh won't like it in Himachal Pradesh if you tell them that you may have won the election but the opposition will do what they want and there will be no governance in Himachal Pradesh or Assam, which are both Congress ruled states. That doesn't apply. Naresh Gujral, who's going to break this divide? People are getting increasingly, Mr. Gujral, concerned about how long this logjam will continue. It might continue indefinitely. The government can't say legislation doesn't matter. It's going to hurt all of us eventually. Mr. Gujral.
Arnab, I entirely agree with you that this confrontation cannot last forever. We are holding not just Parliament to ransom, but the destiny of 1 billion people are being held to ransom today. And both the opposition and the government must find a way out. I know it for a fact that many congressmen feel embarrassed. They want some kind of a face saver, which is not being provided today. And I think both sides will have to walk halfway to find a solution to this problem. Because eventually it is the nation that is suffering, and this cannot go on indefinitely.
Well, I see no signs as of now. At least we need to see the signals that both sides are going to reach out. There are 2 days left. And I can tell you, the entire country wants to see something positive emerge in the next 48 hours. We'll give it time. I thank you all for joining me, ladies and gentlemen, on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight. Thank you.